Hey guys, and welcome to part 3 of my 150 subscriber special DVD collection video. Last time we got through the B's and the C's and we started in the D's. Today we're going to get through the third row of my shelf of my DVDs. And we're going to go through all the way through the D's, E's, F's, and starting in the G's. So, let's get started. Yeah, as you can see, I have a lot of varying kind of movies. Action movies, musicals, horror, superheroes, everything. So, here we go with row 3. And the first one on row 3 is The Derby Stallion. I was actually given this movie. I really don't know much about it. So, if anybody can tell me about this movie, see if it's any good or anything. Actually, while I was living at my old house, my old apartment, the dude next door had a lot of movies too. He just gave it to me. I don't know anything about it, so probably need to watch it. It's got Zac Efron in it. We have Deuce Gigolo, European Gigolo. Yeah, I don't have the first one. I only have the second one. I don't have male Gigolo. I only have the European Gigolo. He goes to Europe, Amsterdam, to help a pimp out of the jam. It's pretty funny. It's not as funny as the first one, but it has its moments. We have The Devil's Rejects, the sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses. This is a twisted movie. Not saying House of a Thousand Corpses isn't, but this one's a lot more twisted too. The family's on the run, and yeah, it's they're on the run, and they all continue their crimes in like a hotel and all kind of stuff. The police are closing in on them, and they have one big final showdown with the police. It's kind of a twisted movie. It's really good. It's a Rob Zombie film, so what do you expect? But I might actually watch this. So we have Disturbia, one of Shia LaBeouf's better movies, in my opinion. So, he likes spying on his neighbors and all that kind of stuff. And he's convinced that one of his neighbors is a serial killer, but he can't prove it. And things start going crazy. It's a really good movie. It's one of Shia LaBeouf's better movies. So, we have Dodgeball. This is a pretty funny movie. It's Dodgeball League. But they take Dodgeball very seriously in this game. So, they have a big Dodgeball League, and one gym's trying to overthrow another gym, and they meet in the finals, and the winner gets money. They actually take Dodgeball very seriously. It's a pretty funny movie. Another movie in the Jay and Silent Bob series. This is the third one. It's Dogma. This one got a little bit of controversy because making fun of some of it was the Catholics thought they were getting made fun of and stuff like that, and it has like Buddy Christ and got a bunch of religious overtones in it. But if you want to look past that, it's actually more than one weirder of the Jay and Silent Bob series. Two fallen angels get removed from heaven, and they're trying to make their way back to heaven in a church in New Jersey, and the disciples and the people are the chosen one tries to stop them. And Alanis Morissette plays God. Kind of weird, but yeah, it's actually the weird one, but it's actually one of the better ones, one of the more popular ones in the Jay and Silent Bob series. So we have Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist. It's an Exorcist movie. That's really all you need to know. If you've seen The Exorcist, you've seen them all. This is just the prequel. But it's more of the same. If you've seen The Exorcist and all that kind of stuff, it's the same. It's The Exorcist. Doom. Now, like I said, video game movies always have the tendency to be bad, but this one is not as bad. It's still bad, but it's better than some of the video game movies. And it's based off of Doom. So, I don't know. If you play Doom, the movie, I mean, it doesn't have as much blood and guts and blood and gore as the video game, but it follows Doom go to a world, nightmarish creatures to try to escape for their lives. Doom. We have Dragon Ball Evolution. This movie is horrible. But I picked it up anyway because it was only like $4. And I did watch it in theaters. And it's bad, but I've definitely seen... No, I haven't seen worse. This does not make the Dragon Ball series look real good, to be honest. So, it got Goku and Bulma and Chi-Chi and Piccolo and all of them. And Piccolo's the main villain in the Dragon Balls, but I don't know. There's something very, very off about this movie. Like I said, I got little nieces who come to the house, all kind of stuff. I mentioned it in part 2, but I have Eclipse. It's Twilight. I don't have to say anything about it. I just got them because of my little nieces and stuff. So, Edward Scissorhands. Perhaps a lot of people say that's probably one of Johnny Depp's best movies, and I tend to agree. This movie's got charm and fantasy and imagination, and Johnny Depp just really starting out, but this is probably Johnny Depp at his best. I mean, he's got some really, really good movies coming along too. Fear and Loathing Las Vegas and From Hell and Sleepy Hollow and stuff like that. But a lot of people say that this is his best movie, and I mean, in my opinion, I think there's a couple movies that are better, but this is up there as probably one of his best movies. And you haven't seen it yet. I don't know what's wrong with you, but yeah, it's really damn good movie. Rolling along, we now have Elektra. Yeah, the spinoff of Daredevil. This one, a lot of people seem to like this one better than the actual Daredevil movie. And I don't know if it's because of Jennifer Garner or all that kind of stuff, but a lot of people seem to like this one better. If you've seen Elektra and Daredevil, you basically know what this is. She's an assassin. And, I don't know, it's not bad. I like it. But, I don't know, it's... A lot of people seem to like this one better than Daredevil. And it's just a spin-off of Daredevil, so... She plays an assassin, and she's probably one of the most skilled assassins in the world, so... Employee of the Month. I personally haven't seen this yet, so I've heard it's pretty funny. Yeah, there's a few movies I actually own I haven't watched yet. I mean, with my work and my LP and all that kind of stuff, sometimes I don't have time to watch movies like I want to, but I heard this one's pretty funny. I'll have to check it out for myself, so, I mean, I don't know. Somebody let me know if it's any good or not. Epic movie. It's like one of those movies that, like, you know, makes fun of, you know, like date movie, scary movie, all kinds of stuff. Scary movie parody, scary movies, date movies, American date movies. This one makes fun of like all the epic movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, like what people perceive as epic, Pirates of the Caribbean and Borat, like Chronicles of Narnia, stuff like that. It's pretty funny. I liked it. Eragon. Personally, again, I haven't seen this one either, but from what I've seen, what I've read and all kind of stuff, it looks pretty good, but if anybody can really tell me about it, it would be appreciated. Let me know. Classic, Eurotrip. If you haven't seen it, they go on a they go to Europe for summer vacation probably before going off to college, and a lot of shenanigans in Europe. And this is Michelle Trachtenberg, like, first role as a mature star, because, you know, she did, like, a bunch of kids' movies, Ice Princess and Harriet the Spy and all kind of stuff. This is actually her first mature role. But this is very, it's really, really, really funny. It's a classic movie. Came out quite a while ago, but if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It's got a lot of laughs in it. The sequel to Bruce Almighty and Jim Carrey's in the movie, we got Evan Almighty. Evan, the newscaster, meets God, and God tells him he has to build an ark, like Noah. So he builds the ark. His family starts disowning him and a bunch of stuff. There's a flood coming. Eventually, the flood actually does happen, but not in the aspect as it is in the Bible. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not as funny as Bruce Almighty, but it has its moments. Everything is illuminated. It's got Elijah Wood in it. This guy goes to Ukraine to try to find a person, the woman who saved his grandmother from the Nazis in 1942. It's got a pretty serious movie tone to it. But yeah, so he goes to Ukraine to try to find a woman who saw it. It's a pretty decent movie. It's Elijah Wood, so of course it's gonna be pretty good. But there's one of Elijah Wood's better roles too. So. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. It's another movie, kind of like The Exorcist, but it's kind of like a spin-off. She gets possessed. It's like an exorcism. The little girl's name's Emily Rose. I don't know. If you've seen The Exorcist and Dominion prequel to The Exorcist, all kind of stuff, you've probably seen something similar to this. It's just kind of like a spin-off, knockoff of The Exorcist. Family Guy, the Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story. Stewie finds out that Peter's not... he is convinced that Peter's not his father, so he tries to go out and find his father, and he finds somebody who looks very similar to him, only looks like... but only to find out that it's him from the future. And shenanigans ensue. And all kind of stuff, and he eventually does find out that Peter is his father. And all kind of stuff. But... it's a nice little thing about Stewie, because Stewie's probably one of the most popular characters on Family Guy. So, we have Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. This one's the more superior one. Both movies are not that good and all kind of stuff, but if one of them was better than the other one, it'd be the first one, because of Doctor Doom, all kind of stuff. This one's just freaking terrible. But, both of them are pretty terrible movies, and I'm kind of glad they are rebooting the franchise. And maybe they'll give it justice, all kind of stuff. I'm not saying that the actors, it's just, I don't know, the story's very watered down, weak. I don't know, everything about it just seemed kind of weak. And, but, I don't know, but, the first one was okay. The second one with Galactus and Silver Surfer is just not so much. I don't know. I'm kind of glad they are rebooting the franchise, and, maybe the reboot will give it justice. Fast and the Furious series, all but Fast 5. Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Tokyo Drift, and Fast and Furious. It's a Fast and Furious series. Fast cars, hot women, races, crashes, explosions. What more can be said about the Fast and the Furious series? Like I said, the only one I don't have is Fast 5 on DVD. So, but, yeah, it's the Fast and the Furious series. What more can be said about it? Fat Albert. It's okay. I remember watching Fat Albert growing up when I was really, really young with my dad and stuff like that. Basically, Fat Albert actually comes to life with all of his with his guys and all kind of stuff. So, And it's Fat Albert. I can't really explain it. It's just something you have to watch. But it's made by Bill Cosby, so. And with that, I'm going to take a short intermission and I'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. And sorry about that, I had a phone call. That was my boss, so I had to go answer it real quick. But let's continue on. We're getting close to the end of the third row, so we have Fever Pitch. So, it's okay. It's the typical. It's a romance comedy, but has a little bit of a twist to it because it involves with a baseball. But he's obsessed with the Boston Red Sox, and you know she doesn't really like baseball. And she learns to adjust and problems and stuff like that. I don't know. It's okay. It's not the best movie in the world, but it's not bad. $50 Pills. Dude goes to college. His scholarship and tuition gets taken away. He gets 50 pills of ecstasy, and he has to sell it to keep his tuition and stuff. So it's a typical college movie, another college movie, but it's got a little, like I said, a little bit of a twist to it. It's like I said, it's okay. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not very many people know about this movie, and it doesn't have too many people. I think the biggest person in here is Kristen Bell. But like I said, he gets 50 pills of ecstasy, and he has to sell it to pay off his tuition. So I don't know. It's okay. It's a pretty good movie. Final Destination 2. Got it for really, really cheap. It was only $2.50. It follows the same pattern as all the other Final Destinations. People see the future. They see them all die. They try to prevent their deaths, but you can't cheat death. Blah blah blah. They try to out cheat death, and most of the time it doesn't work. So. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. I did a review on this on the Crazy Lounge, one of my Crazy Lounge episodes, but it's the movie sequel to Final Fantasy VII. Takes place 2 years later. A new disease called geostigma arrived, and it comes from Sephiroth not completely dissolving the life stream. It's well so strong he's causing like life stream. What's the word? Contamination, and they have to stop it and rebirth itself off. It's really good. If you like Final Fantasy VII, you would like this movie. I recommend watching it at least once. If you played Final Fantasy VII and haven't watched it, you need to watch this, because, like I said, it falls into the Final Fantasy VII world. So, Flight Plan. Alright. This one's, I haven't personally seen yet, but from my roommate, he said it was okay. It's not a great movie, but it's not a bad movie. So if anybody can tell me about it, let me know. This one either, I haven't watched either. I really need to watch some of the movies. It's The Forgotten. I don't know. It looks your typical psychological thriller, but if anybody can tell me about it, let me know too. Now, a classic that I'm pretty sure many of you have seen. I've seen it many times too, but it's still a classic movie, probably one of the all-time greats we have, Forrest Gump. What can be said about Forrest Gump that hasn't been said? It's the classic. Tom Hanks' probably best role ever. Besides maybe, no, I have to say probably his best role ever. Green Mile's really good too, but Forrest Gump is by far one of his best roles. Takes the whole movie is based on his experiences, and he's not a smart man, low IQ, blah blah blah. Classic movie, great movie, one of the all-time greats. Freddy versus Jason, two of the biggest movie killers in the history, go into collaboration movie, and at the end they face off, Freddy versus Jason. Who wins? From Hell. There's a movie about Jack the Ripper, and it's got Johnny Depp in it. What more can be said? It's got I mean, Jack the Ripper was from London, and he was a murderous crime lord, and movies based around him. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Friday the 13th, the remake, the reboot, not the original Friday the 13th, the reboot. It's Friday the 13th. It's got more blood and more gore and more violence and stuff like that than the original, but it takes the same premise. They go to Crystal Lake. Jason terrorizes them, kills people. They defeat Jason. Jason gets resurrected. Blah 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 blah. That's what I don't have a case for, but it's Ghostbusters. Another classic movie. Ghostbusters. What can be said about Ghostbusters? They are a group of scientists, group of people who hunt ghosts. And, yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. I don't have anything to say about it. It's a great movie. Ghost Rider and Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. Ghost Rider, both of them are pretty terrible movies, but not a lot of people like it. If I had to pick one, Ghost Rider is the superior one. The Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance is terrible. I don't know, it's just from the people who made Crank. I don't know, but he makes a deal with the devil, and he's able to, like, he can look into people's souls, find people evil in the souls to get rid of the evil and send their souls to hell. You have to make a deal with the devil in order for him to get his son back that got killed and stuff like that. It's mediocre comic book movies. They're not really that good, but I've watched them a couple of times. Good Luck, Chuck. Chuck is a guy who thinks he gets all the girls, but then they consider him like a good luck charm. He gets all the girls, he gets laid, blah blah blah, moves on, but he finds a girl of his dreams. He's gonna try everything to keep him. Another typical romance comedy, but it has a bunch of raunchiness in it. Grandma's Boy. Man. I don't know. It's a weird movie. It's a weird movie. Funny as shit, but it's weird. I don't know. He's a 35-year-old video game tester, and life's pretty sweet, but yeah, his grandma was always getting in the way. I don't know. It's kind of weird. His grandma's against the video games, but then she actually plays one of the video games. It seems to like it. It's a weird movie, but it's funny as shit. Green Hornet. Seth Rogen and John Cho. J-Cho. He just basically wants to become a crime fighter, so he hires a technology expert, and they go fight crime, and then they actually get into a bunch of trouble. But he really seemed to like it, and it's pretty decent. And the final movie in row 3, Green Lantern. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do like it. This one's kind of a mixed bag. I personally kind of like it. It's not bad. It's dude, alien falls from another planet, gives this guy the ring. He quotes the oath, becomes the Green Lantern, and basically anything that he imagines he can use for the power of the ring, and they have to defeat a big, huge sentient being known as Parallax. And it's the typical comic book movie, but it's pretty good. Alright guys, so that's it for row 3. Here in a couple days we will get row 4 underway, so we're almost halfway done with this, guys. Yay! So I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good day.